Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members, I'm Ware Wendell with the Consumer Group Texas Watch. We are strongly opposed to SB 851. This bill imposes shortened arbitrary deadlines on homeowners and small businesses to file claims and suit against their carrier, which will extinguish their legal rights and remedies if they miss them by even a day, regardless of the nature or severity of the company's wrongdoing. In practice, it will effectively kill many legitimate insurance claims. It takes restrictive, TWIA-type deadlines, and this is important, and imposes them across the entire state for all residential and commercial policyholders in the for-profit private market. You know, we've heard this is already in the law. This was for TWIA, and it took a special session. TWIA was a quasi-governmental entity. Now you're applying it across the private voluntary market. The stated justification for limiting TWIA deadlines and policyholder remedies, again, was that it was quasi-governmental. That isn't the case with policyholders impacted by this bill. Under current law, insurance contracts are treated like other contracts in the state, and the default period to file suit is 4 years after the date the cause of action accrues. This bill basically takes that 4-year period, and to your point, Senator Watson, reduces that to 1 year, effectively, which I'll explain. Our state has long endorsed policyholder protections because these are captive consumers who don't enter these contracts in an arm's-length fashion. They're more vulnerable than other parties to a contract as the policies and endorsements are written by the insurers for the insurers and are on a take-it-or-leave-it basis. These are one-sided contracts of adhesion. That's why penalties exist in current law to punish insurance companies who are caught mistreating their customers. But under this bill, those penalties are moot if a policyholder fails to meet an arbitrarily short deadline, effectively punishing the policyholder. Established law currently imposes a duty on the policyholder to cooperate with their insurer in order to trigger coverage. This bill would allow carriers to say if the policyholder didn't file a claim with them within 1 year, therefore, the policyholder didn't cooperate, has no coverage, and no ability to later file suit. They're stripped of their remedies regardless of the facts. The problem here is that companies can drag policyholders along or fraudulently conceal things. Furthermore, roofs don't necessarily leak the day after a storm. In addition, under this bill, even if a carrier partially denies your claim, this is important, partially denies your claim, the clock starts ticking on the policyholder, which is a significant contraction of policyholder protections. That's actually worse for statewide policyholders than the TWIA law. The bill also exempts insurers from a requirement in the Civil Practice and Remedies Code that limitations periods can't be less than 2 years. We're basically taking these vulnerable policyholders and putting them in a worse position than any other contract holder in this state when public policy argues in the reverse. With that, I've run out of time. I'm happy to take questions.
Are there any questions, members? All right. Thank you, Ware.
Thank you.